Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in on the day after vacation. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Agley, along with our special guests, Jeff Andresi, Katie Joyce, and Joe Ferrara.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hi, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, so yeah, we are coming off of vacation, so it was a fun visit back. We didn't have a theme to this one. Sometimes I do themes, like I did all Halloween episodes for an earlier vacation this year. This one was just just good shows. So we covered the McNew the one when she came back after she was starting to be fired, and then her triumphant return. So that one was in there, and Joe, you had one too where you were focused in there too. So. Where Joe came on and played Who Wants to Be a Bourbon Millionaire and did really well, the way I remember it. I think he won.
That was a record.
Was that the $300 episode?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, vacation means, I just got a lot going on. And, like we're recording here where we should be. We're recording the Bourbon Daily, which was recorded on a Friday night and a Sunday night. And this is the first time. When's the last time we recorded on a Friday night, McNew?
God, have we even done
6 weeks, 8 weeks? I don't know. It's a long time.
Month. I think it was literally last month. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
We need to get back where we record on most Fridays and most Sundays, but it's been crazy. We've got Wednesday night coming up or something like that. We have to stay caught up. So we do what we can, but sometimes when it just gets to be too much, I just run out of shows and we have to go on vacation. So yeah, that's what happens.
Wednesday is going to be interesting because my mom's having a cataract surgery that day, which is like minimal, right? Like it takes an hour. It's an outpatient. But she's terrified. So she's like, can you just stay at my house? And I was like, yeah, I can.
Do you want me to get someone else to do that?
I have some things to do. But I'm going to be podcasting live from my childhood home. That's going to be interesting. So
are you sure you want to be involved in that night right now?
I'm going to go to bed. She'll be fine. She's literally
fine.
Did your mom keep your bedroom the way it was?
No.
Okay.
It's
all of her trophies. And
I was going to say, you can take us on a tour.
And I don't exist anymore. It's fine.
Her teenage 4th of July pictures on the wall.
There's a gallery of 4th of July pictures there. So yeah,
this has been a longer tradition than you thought.
Yeah, interesting. So yeah, well that might have just got more interesting, that show. McNew has to give us a house tour for sure.
There's not much. No, my bedroom's not the same because my brother had children and then she switched my room, and I'm still mad about it 14 years later. It's fine.
Okay.
So sad.
Yeah, very interesting. All right, but we've got a fun show today. But Katie said there's something she wanted to talk about in the first segment here. What do you got, Katie?
Very important question, so everyone pay close attention here. This could be a defining moment in our friendships.
Okay.
What is your preferred ripeness of a banana?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yellow.
I'll jump in.
Yeah.
Just some very small brown spots, very few, just starting to turn brown. So maybe
Jeff,
even
I knew we were friends.
dark,
I knew
yellow.
That's mine also. Two brown spots.
Okay. I like a solid yellow. No green. No too much spots where it's mushy. I don't want mushy bananas. So I think I'm just gonna go solid yellow. I'm not. Yeah, I don't want. I worry about the mush factor when you start talking about those spots on there. So, yeah. How about you, McNew? The green banana?
No, I don't want a green banana. I want a perfectly yellow banana.
Yeah, McNew and I are together on this one.
No,
Okay, so, but like no banana is perfect. So if you have to have a little green or a little brown, like
I'm gonna make it weird though. So I want the outside to be like a perfect yellow, but when you peel it, I want the top to be mushy because I want to pick that off and throw it away. And then I want the center to be like perfect. I want that to be the perfect texture, and then I throw the end away.
I would love to see an MRI of your brain.
How did I know this answer would end up in something ridiculous from McNew? You're throwing away parts of the banana.
I need to see a brain scan of hers when she comes up with these things.
No, because I've always
I can see you taking that banana and feeding that gorilla that's about to wipe out Steve and I and the other 98.
Right.
The gorilla's gonna spare me because I'm so nice to him. That's gonna be a thing.
He thinks you're sharing your banana, but really it's the part you would throw away anyway.
Yeah, it's the part I don't like, obviously. That's why I share with everybody. The part I don't want, they think I'm being nice.
Odd.
Way of life. Share what you don't want, and others think you're very generous.
Yeah. McNew just throwing parts of it away.
I'm at a loss for words.
To hand it to you instead of putting it in a trash can. You were a lot closer than the trash can. Thank you for staying.
What all gets thrown away again? The top. You open up, the top's gone.
You open the top. Sometimes like it's a little like
you're hoping it's mushy because you're going to throw it away. What if it's not mushy? Do you still throw away part of the top?
Yeah, because I just feel like
you
sort of like touch the outside too much, and I kind of feel like it's gross, and I don't want to eat that. So like it's got to go. Like a little bit of the top's got to go. Like
have you tried opening it from the bottom?
I was going to ask that.
No.
So
when you say top or bottom,
it feels actually a lot easier.
I didn't know that. I've never tried that.
McNew, which are you doing it from the stem or from the tip?
Yeah, like when you pick it off the banana, the little hanger thingy you have in your kitchen, you pick it off, right?
Okay.
Oh no, you got to open the little the button.
That's how you cause damage. You gotta open the banana without damage. You take the other bit and squeeze it, and it opens right up.
Button end. It's a life changer.
No. Either way, I'm throwing away both ends. I'm not
both ends. What about those little stringers that they have in there? Do you?
Okay, for those
she's about to vomit.
McNew just gagged visibly.
So you would take those off and discard those too. You're not going to just leave those there in place and eat those. You're gonna.
Oh, McNew, you got to eat those.
You know what I'm talking about, everybody?
Oh yes.
Yeah. They're high in something. I don't know what.
You feel like it's higher potassium in that part. So kind of like how you should eat the outside of the potato, like
right. Yeah.
No, those are like paper. It's like you eat those. You guys eat those?
If we were there, we would peel them all off and give them to McNew. Wow. How much would it take if the five of us peeled bananas and then we pulled off the little stringers, put them in a bowl, and said, McNew, you got to finish this.
Mix it with a little cereal and milk.
A little banana string salad.
$1,000 in a bottle of wild turkey. Will you do it?
Yes, you got to have the wild turkey.
Has to be 101.
$1,000, McNew.
Wait,
$1,000.
Can I get some larceny instead?
No, it's wild turkey. Well, that's the legal tender in anything that's you're trying to convince someone to do.
Fucking yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Not that bad. You guys eat it for free.
But you can't eat the little strings until you can't drink the bourbon until after you eat the.
You gotta eat the strings.
Little white strings first.
Banana strings.
That's a hell of a garnish. I think the little banana strings.
It's good on a salad.
Banana strings. I think we created a new phrase. Banana strings.
I thought that was like extra peel, and you don't eat the peel.
No, that's not peel.
You don't need the peel.
Oh no. I also don't eat.
What do you mean peel the banana? You just chomp into that thing like an apple.
Yeah.
I did have.
McNew takes one bite right out of the middle and throws the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way McNew eats a banana. Just one bite and throws
I
it.
don't know that if dogs should have
He
them.
knows the heads, hearts, and tails of a banana.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah, I do. I cut it. There is hearts and tails of a banana, and I just want the best part.
Okay. Katie, you asked the question. What's the answer here?
Anything but green, I will eat. So, like, if it's yellow with a little bit of brown spots, that is my preferred, but that's my starting point of my preferred. If it has any kind of green, I prefer not to eat it.
Yeah.
But it can be all the way down to it is fully spotted and brown, as long as it doesn't have like large like bruising.
Almost
Right.
black.
I'm still enjoying it. So like as long like if I go to the store and I'm on a banana that day, most of them are going to be green. I will
Right.
go buy the bag of the ones that they're selling to make banana bread because I'm like, nah, there's salvageable bananas in there that I will eat instead of buying this green crap.
You
Right.
eat 3 of them before you even get home.
Right?
Yeah. The green ones, that's mostly what they have. I don't have the patience, or they get set aside, and then next thing I know, shit, and then they're all
Similar
mush
to
and black.
avocado, all the avocados at the store are not ready at all, and then they sit on the counter, and you've got like a 6-hour window when
Right.
they're
It's
ready, and then at least
Yeah.
bananas aren't that picky.
If you
but-
take your bananas and you stick them in a brown paper bag with an apple, they ripen faster.
Oh, okay.
fast.
Got to have the apple though. The apple's key, huh?
So they go bad on your fast.
Because apples give off, I think, some sort of gas that affects the bananas.
Okay.
That's why
Apple
technically you're
gas.
not supposed to have bananas and apples in the same fruit bowl.
Oh.
People rot.
I keep my apples in the fridge and my bananas on their little flip down hook.
Yep. Mhm.
On the
I'm-
hook.
Yeah.
Gotta
So
have
I'm waiting for my neighbor, one of my neighbors, to call me out because when I eat a banana on the way to work, I always throw the peel out the
Okay.
passenger side window at the same place. And there's got to be a
There's a pile
I
of
don't-
Jeff's banana
One
peels.
day you're going to
Are
come
the
home and they're going to be on your
bananas
lawn.
they might
Yeah.
be.
I do struggle with that because I end up putting like the banana peel like on the floorboard. I've got like the weather
No, just throw it out the window.
plastic mat.
It's
Yeah,
biodegradable. It's
Right out the
biodegradable.
window.
But then you have to remember to take it out when you leave the car because if you come back to that car even an hour later, the entire car smells like banana. Like
Especially in the summer.
yes.
And
I
not the
did that
good
just
banana
this
smell.
week. I had a busy Tuesday. I went to golf right after court, and court had gone late. And I opened up the car the next day, and I had left a banana on the floorboard, and the entire car. I drove to work with the windows down. I'm like, this is too much. I messed up.
Too much.
I really messed up.
Yeah.
There's a cure for that. You just smoke a cigar that day. And
Oh yeah, I'll just roll up to work smoking a cigar next time instead.
I had a friend who forgot that he had raw chicken in the back.
Oh.
of his car.
Oh, that's really.
And it was there for like a day and a half before he got back in the car again.
Oh no.
Oh, so I got to tell the story. My brother-in-law worked at Polaris Industries snowmobiles,
Mhm.
and they gave everyone a turkey. I don't know if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas. Put it in his trunk. Forgot about it. Forgot it was there, and the next spring it had
Oh no!
it blew the bag. It
Oh.
was.
And that was from Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It was the next spring. This thing finally thawed out and rotted enough, and it blew up the bag it was in, and his whole car was. It took him forever to get that smell out.
Oh. That's
It's like
horrible.
rotted flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross. I can't believe I could see leaving it overnight, forgetting. At some point, it seems like between Thanksgiving and spring, he would have remembered
Yeah.
that or accessed his trunk and been like, "Oh,
Well, you'd think so, but and I remember him telling the story. He remembers hearing something rattling around or rolling around back there, and just he'd get to work and forget to open it. But
It had to be rotting for a while.
yeah, I mean, it was thawed, and I suppose the bag had torn when it was rolling around. So, but it
Yeah.
thawed and rotted, and full,
Yeah.
15, 18-pound turkey rotting in his trunk.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Time
God.
to sell the car.
I was lucky he's in Minnesota." Yeah,
You can't
Right?
do
Didn't
all that.
didn't thaw till middle of July.
yeah. We had the situation where the last tornado blew our electric out. We were going out of town, and we're like, what do you do? And sure enough, it was out long enough where it's like, we're going to have to get rid of the stuff in the fridge. But I told the warden when we get back on Sunday, I was like, don't throw it in the trash. Just leave it in the refrigerator until Friday when the trash comes, because it's hot as can be outside. When we got back, I don't want that sitting on the trash can for a week. The whole neighborhood will stink. That'll be so bad.
Right,
so we kept
Yep.
the bad food in the refrigerator for 5 days.
We had a skunk that got hit by a car that ended up on my lawn.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh God, I have to pick that up. And I came home about 2 hours later and there were vultures eating it. So I said, okay, I'm not going to worry. Maybe it got rid of most of it, but it left enough that I still had to throw it out. And it was the winter, so there was snow. So I just covered it with snow and waited until garbage day and then put it into a big bag and threw it in the garbage, but it was frozen. So it kept from sticking up the garbage can.
okay. I think you handled that the best way possible.
I think that's a good.
You did what you could. You did what you could. Yeah. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Joe this time. Joe, what do you got?
I'm drinking the 1792 Full Proof.
Okay. Always nice. Nothing there. That was just complete silence.
Wait.
Yeah.
Nope. You're not even. That's working.
Not even getting. He tried to cheat and it didn't even work. Yeah. All right. McNew, you're next.
I have this Basil Hayden dark rye. I don't know that it'll be a bottle kill. Maybe
take a pull out
for you. It's a bottle kill,
and it'll work.
We'll see what happens.
I barely heard anything, but at least I heard something. So you have the lead, believe it or not. It's a terrible lead, but all right. Jeff's next.
Well, it's mailing it in, and it's a Friday night, and it's the last show. So I've got some Nobleton's Reserve Hazmat.
Oh, congratulations. Nice.
So, yeah, this is from the Barrel Shop.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Nice.
Sharp.
What's the proof on that?
This one is 142.
Yep. That's a good one. That's still in stock at the ABV Barrel Shop if you're interested. We've got that. All right. Katie, you're next. Looks like a new bottle there. I don't know what it is.
It is a bottle of Boxing Bear. It's the mostly done. So we're going to do a Nobleton's v Nobleton's competition right here.
Oh.
That was crisp.
That was crisp. Jeff's was a little tinny. I think it was a microphone issue. I'm going to throw it to Joe for a ruling here because I think it's close. I think this is close.
First ever tie.
Yeah.
I would give it to Katie.
Katie. Okay, that means Katie wins. Jeff, there's nothing you can do there.
Sorry, Jeff.
I can sit and silently fume.
We cannot stop Jeff from doing that. Let's be clear. We cannot stop Jeff from silently fuming.
No, we do not have an appeal process. However, you are welcome to sit there and silently.
But technically, he did accept it well.
You are allowed to do that. Silently fuming is okay. That is the way to get around the rule, Jeff. And you've figured it out. I've got a Dark Arts here. This is their single malt. So again, you look at the colors. If you get this kind of orangey color here, that is their single malts, and their single malts are fantastic. Let's see what we got here. That was decent, a little sloshy on the end, which was going to hurt it. But I wouldn't, even if I wouldn't have been sloshy there, it wasn't enough to win this thing. So Katie wins. So cheers to Katie.
And the crowd.
Cheers, Katie.
Wild.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're still mailing it in on the day after vacation. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Solid cork pop.
And then I threw the cork, a solid cork drop.
Yeah, terrible cork pop. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. I'm a big bourbon guy.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for the day after vacation.
Yes, we are. So, without a focus for the show, McNew said there's something she had. Do you still have that, McNew, or did you lose it?
I do still have it.
Okay.
So, this came up last week or so, I think, because I might actually be taking a real vacation for a week later in the year.
Whoa.
And I need to find a place to board one of my dogs.
Okay.
And then Wes commented something, and Steve was like, let Wes watch your dogs. And I was like,
Right.
I would 100% let Wes Harden watch my dogs. I would trust Wes.
Wes is, he's a pet guy. He likes dogs, particularly.
That's right. So I think we should talk about who from the network we would trust with our pets. If we had pets, who would you let watch your pet for a week?
This is easy. Katie.
Yeah.
Katie's a good person with pets and all that. It feels like she has, I mean, McNew loves pets, but she's also out of control with them. The pets run the show there. I would be worried about how my pets would be treated because McNew's just, it's a zoo there, and they're all running and fighting and stuff. And
I feel like Katie has pets. Like, she
I do.
So 100%, my answer is Katie. I took Katie.
bullied by my pet.
I mean, look at the last show we did. She had a cat on her shoulder for the whole show.
Right.
Yeah.
There's love there.
I have 2 cats. I would definitely trust my cats to Katie.
Yeah,
I have 3 dogs, though. I don't know who's the real dog person.
Oh, just give them to McNew then. Just throw them in the mix.
That would be me.
Bring him here. Add to the chaos. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I have my daughter has a dog, and my son and his wife have 2 dogs, and pretty much the whole month of August, I'm babysitting at least 1, if not all 3 of them at the same time, because they're all taking vacations.
Hey, Pops, can you watch the dog?
Hey, Dad, you gonna be home? Can you watch the Sure, fine.
That's what I run into, because my mom will keep Oakley. Oakley's a little angel baby. He's tiny. Mom will keep Oakley any day of the week. She'll keep him forever if I wanted her to. Saint, though, Saint's a lot for her. Saint's a lot for me. My mom can't keep Saint. She has bad knees. She's going to drag her down a sidewalk. We can't have that happening. I've got to find, I no longer have a built-in dog sitter. So now I have to find some place.
Wes, give it to Wes.
If you, my cat, when we go to town, my cats go to my mom's. That works out perfect. They get along with her cat. But the dogs go to a kennel we have, but it's not a kennel where they're only let out for an hour each day and separately. It's all the dogs who go there have to be temperament tested, and they're out together.
Well, Saint's not going to pass.
Right.
So that's why I can't have that.
A big pack.
Oh, see, my dogs do
Right?
so great because they go there every week for daycare. And so I send them every Thursday and they go play with other dogs and they come home exhausted and it is beautiful. And I think they would prefer just to live there rather than my house, but
Right.
Is that one of those places that charges extra for walk time and belly rubs and all this kind of
some
stuff?
places are like that. Like they're like, we'll let your dog out the bare minimum, but if you want them to have like individual time, you have to pay extra and all those things. No. That's not
the one that we've got in town here, tummy scratches are extra.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's so sad. They're like the dog rolls over on their back, like, sorry, your mom and dad didn't.
No,
They didn't cough up the extra $5.
Yeah.
I don't buy the cot and I don't rent the TV either. So I'm a bad dog dad, I guess.
See, my dog does not get along with other dogs. It literally took me 6 weeks to get him used to my kids' dogs so that they could be in the same room. Because we would have like a holiday dinner and they couldn't bring their dogs.
Okay.
But now they all get along. And my dog is still like, tolerates them.
Yeah.
But other dogs, she has no tolerance for. She's ready to fight.
Yeah, so I keep saying separate. Even when we moved here, I was just kind of like, you can be king of the castle. Like, you don't have to be an office dog no more. He literally chose to be an office dog. He likes his room. He likes being alone. So I'm like, I can't put him in a kennel. I can't board him where they make him go in a play yard with other dogs. He would lose his shit. So I'm like, I need a kennel where I'm like, it's him one-on-one. You're still petting him. He's still getting to like go play, but not with other dogs. And it's going to cost me a fortune. It's stupid expensive to do that. And I'm like, well, I don't have another option. So,
do you know of anyone who has like teenagers who are on summer break from?
So I was thinking about my niece, but she's going to college to play basketball, and I think she'll be gone by the time I need her. She's going to go.
Does your niece have any friends who are not going to college to play basketball?
But I don't know them, and I don't trust them with.
But they could come over for plays. Like you could even be like, "Hey, I want to hire you a few times to come over to like play," and so you could even or like to walk him when I've got busy days after. So you could test it out and lead up to it as well.
Could you trust your niece enough to give them a recommendation or not? Say, no, that's not a person that you want to do this.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Well, there you go.
So ask her to find somebody for you.
Yeah.
She's got the right age group to ask around and to know.
Yeah, that's true. But I just kind of like, I love him so much, but he's like really dampering some of my plans.
What about your brother? Does your brother have pets?
Yeah, and I watched his fucking dogs when he's in Florida for a week.
Okay, easy then. Yeah, boom, you're all set.
A lot of hotels now let you bring your pets if you pay a little extra.
So the person I am seeing wants to do a cruise. I can't take a husky.
Oh, you're not on a cruise, yeah.
Yeah, probably not on a cruise.
That's probably not going to work. If we were going to like fucking Florida or the Gulf Shores or something, yeah, I would find a hotel. But he's not going to go on a cruise. So
right.
You got to get him glasses, suntan lotion. It's an expense.
Yeah.
So your brother won't watch the dog for you?
Like, he honestly doesn't have time. Like, I'm not trying to make him sound like a piece
He's
of
got 6 kids. Well, can't the kids fill in during the day?
Well, 3 of them are going to be gone, but no.
Well,
like,
it's still 3 people to watch one dog.
They all have sports. Like, right now.
She doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
I do trust him. I just don't trust him to have time and to do it the way I would do it.
Trust is trust.
Yeah, this is going to cost an arm and a leg to find someone to take care of Saint the way you would take care of Saint.
Right. What about it sounds like it might be worth it to drive over to Covington or wherever your friend Christina lives.
Okay, so she has.
Why don't drop off your dog there? That's she'll watch your dog how you want it to be watched. She's a friend of yours.
So you pay for my dogs to go to the kennel where they love it, and then Saint can stay at my house, which will then be dog free.
Perfect.
There you go.
Have the best time at your house. I love it. That's going to be great.
You said my cats can go to grandma's. You just had to pay for my dogs to go to the kennel where they love
it. And the belly rubs. You got to pay for the belly rubs.
Yep, belly rubs are extra.
Belly rubs are included in my house.
Oh, okay.
I'm staying off before I go on vacation. Perfect.
Okay. I think you got it figured out finally.
Got it figured out.
We got there. We got there. It wasn't easy. Yeah. All right. Katie, you said you might have one more too. What do you got?
I do. So when people are coming over, are there certain things you always like put away or hide to make the house like company ready? And at what level So let's just say it's not like an official formal party, but like people are coming over and not just like your siblings. So what effort are you going into to make your house company ready? What things are you putting away?
I usually leave it as is.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
I will say, because I do have a husky, his fluff gets everywhere. I have one of those little Dirt Devil handheld vacuums, which is fantastic. I will run that across the couch real quick because, like, you don't want to sit on my couch and get dog fur on you. So I'll do that real quick. I already don't allow like stuff to stack up in my kitchen, so everything's already hidden in the dishwasher. Other than that, like, I actually am really good about picking up after myself. I just kind of make sure the dog fur and dog stuff is out of the way. It's mostly what I do.
Yeah. How about
I'll
you,
empty
Jeff?
all the trashes in the bathroom and stuff just to make sure they're clean. But I'm not looking to hide anything. It's not like in the birdcage where I got to hide the naked pictures of men.
That's a good movie. God, that's a good movie.
Okay, yeah, that is a good one.
I just close certain doors. That would just tell people, that room's off limit.
So if we go to Jeff's house ever, just start opening the doors.
Yes.
Yeah, any door closed. That's the one we're going in.
It's kind of like Monica's closet on Friends. I know Steve doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Right,
Friends. Don't open that door because you're a slob.
Actually, so this is funny. So my townhouse now, like, I have like one full bathroom, but 2 half baths. So there's like one downstairs and then there's one attached to my bedroom. But I only use the one in my bedroom to like do my hair and do my makeup. And I keep that door closed. So the first time I had somebody spend the night with me, he's like, "Is that a bathroom?" I'm like, "Yeah, but don't use it. Don't open that door." And he fucking does. And there's like hair extensions hanging off the cracks. Yeah. And there's eyelashes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening here? I was like, I told you not to open the door. Go down the goddamn hall to the real bathroom.
Yeah. There was like another McNew in there. It was like, wow.
Not to open that door.
I have a friend who, when he comes over, he'll point out like, "Hey, the sink downstairs is leaking, like it's dripping." And I know it's dripping, so he's not allowed to like use that bathroom. It's like, "Go upstairs, use that one." "No, I'll go down," because he'll say, "I know that's leaking," and then my wife goes into panic mode, and I have to like hear it for the next 2 days. Why haven't you fixed this shit?
Oh, you got to have a talk with him then. Yeah. You got to set him.
He's using the other bathroom.
He's causing.
He came over the other day. He goes, "You have carpenter bees in the backyard." I says, "Yeah, they're attacking my garage, the wood pile. I don't care. Let them eat the wood." Okay. "Yeah, but there might be a hole somewhere." I go, "I don't care.
Right.
Leave them alone."
It was one of the. He's like, "Your house is so clean, but what the fuck is happening in there?" I was like, "I'm allowed to be gross in one room, okay? Like, just my."
That's why the door was closed.
Bathroom, okay?
Yeah. Okay. McNews.
Steve, there's something that's bugging me here, though.
Okay.
And I need to. It's a topic that I don't know if it's safe, but I haven't podcasted with McNew for a while.
Yeah.
But she threw out there a comment that I haven't heard yet. It's like, "This new guy I'm seeing, and we're going on a freaking cruise."
Oh yeah, she's going on a cruise.
I want to. Is it safe to ask what the heck's going on here?
Oh, we're gonna get into McNew's love life here. Okay, here we go. McNew, what do you got?
We've been hanging out for a few months, but we're keeping it very private, so you can't.
No, it's out. It's out.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's out in the blogosphere.
We should all wait at the dock as she's getting on and interview him.
Does he have a nickname like Newer Guy or what?
No,
Stud Muffin.
We don't want to talk about that anymore. By the way, Jeff, that
that one. What?
That one's done. That one's done. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because we don't. We're just very private, and it's fine, and it's fun, and we're having a good time because we are private, so no drama happens around it, so it's good.
All right.
Except for your half bath.
Now I know.
Because now he thinks I'm gross, and I'm like, it's the one door I told you not to fucking open. It's your fault.
Okay. Thinks you're gross because of the room, but going on a cruise, so yeah.
Yeah.
Who goes on a cruise? This sounds like a very old guy. I bet you this guy is 65 years old.
He's 40.
I'm sorry, I'm 68. I don't go on cruises.
Well,
I'm old.
Oh, you will in 2 years. Then
I've never been on one. I will never go on one.
I'll never go on one either.
I like a good cruise.
I would do an Alaskan cruise, but other than that, I'm not interested.
No, you're missing out on half the stuff. Just go up there and be part of Alaska.
So I always thought like I would hate a cruise because I'm like, you're stuck in this little room with one person and it's a fucking week. Like that sounded like hell to me for the longest time. I was like,
yes.
I will throw you over this balcony. I'm going to get arrested on like fucking world charges. That's fine.
That's until she found out that the liquor is nonstop and free.
Right. Yeah, no, that's good. That was
I know when I die, if there's heaven and hell, I'm going to end up, my hell is a cruise. I'll just be a nonstop cruiser.
That would be mine.
Package. Yeah.
I found somebody
ask for the floater on top of all the drinks.
Like having fun with me. I was like, a cruise might not suck. It might not suck.
That sounds just sad to me. It's just so sad. Cruise.
So on certain cruise, because John used to work on cruise ships, and on certain ones that were like the little bit nicer ones, old people would go there to die. Like they had to have several spots like in their morgue on the ship. So because he said it would be like the last thing old people would do is they would go on this cruise and they would die. And so they would have all these dead bodies and float around until they got back.
Yeah.
So if you die on a cruise, like you're on a Caribbean cruise, you die. It's a 7-day cruise. You die on day 2. They just keep you in the cooler down there and bring you back to.
It should be a burial at sea. It should be something.
Well, if you pay that,
right? How epic would that be? Like everyone should get a Viking funeral then at that point that they send off the side of the ship.
That just costs extra. You can do that.
And if you want a belly rub before they jump.
Right. I was about to say it's a couple of dollars extra.
That's extra for the
belly rub, and then they do the Viking funeral.
Yeah.
No, so they have morgues on the ship that you're just put on ice.
Yeah, of course they do.
Right.
Which is kind of morbid, but like there's a necessity. You never know when somebody might kill over.
It cracks me up that John used to do this. And again, I know he's a musician. He's a working musician at that point. But I feel sorry for him because I know that the odds are good when you're a young guy on a cruise, but the goods are odd. That's the problem. It's a bunch of old ladies, chasing them around. So yeah. It's not like, wow, it's these the supermodels that are on the site. It's not that. It's a bunch of old hags chasing after the young guy.
It's not a spring break cruise.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like going to the nude beach and realizing I should never have gone to the nude beach.
Oh my god!
Wrong people that go to the nude beach.
I was a teenager and went to a nude beach in Europe, and I'm like, none of these people should be here.
The problem with the nude beach is the people that want to walk around naked should not be walking around naked.
Exactly.
I don't want to see walking around naked.
Right. So, McNew, is this a nude cruise you're going on?
I don't think so.
No, it's just clothing optional.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I did see a story about people who booked a cruise and didn't realize until after they were on it that it was a swingers cruise.
Okay.
And so it was like all these things about like lifestyle and like the keywords that were on there that like everyone else I think would realize like, oh, something's up. And they had no idea and they got on it and then realized it after.
That's a Netflix series.
It's considered good luck to put an upside down pineapple on your cruise door.
Right? We love fruit. This is great.
One on your door, one on your balcony, just to cover all the bases. You guys want to
know a story when I got hit one by swingers and I was like too dumb to know it?
Okay, go ahead.
I'd love to hear this story. Please continue.
So it was Nashville. I was 22. Me and a bunch of my friends went to Nashville for a weekend. And the Coyote Ugly bar was still there. I don't know if it's still there or not, but they let us get on the bar and we were dancing. And there was a lady. She was like, I was 22. She looked like 40 something. She's cute. Like, she has a really pretty face. Like, she's kind of like bigger. And she like, when I get down, she's like, hey, come here. And I was like, hi. She's like, can I get you a drink? And I was like, absolutely. Because I'm already fucking trashed. And like, anybody can buy me a drink. That's fine.
Even if you weren't trashed.
I was trashed. And she's like, hey, my husband thought you were really cute. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. You're so cute. And my friend Ashley was like, Stephanie, they are trying to take you back with them. I'm like, no, she's really just like so nice. She's so nice. I'm like, this is Ashley. Can you get her a drink? And she's like, I don't want their drinks. I'm like, I am not kidding.
You were like full girls' bathroom mode of like everyone complimenting each other and had no idea.
I'm like, this is a friend. This is friend. And she was like, no, it's not. And she's like pulling me away. I had no idea until like years later. I looked back and I'm like, fuck? They were swingers. Zero idea.
Yeah, that's McNew. There you go. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me pouring one more whiskey tonight, but you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
I had to do a second pour on the show, too, so yeah. All right, Katie, how about you?
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
All right, Joe.
I'm on Instagram at Bourbon_aficionado.
I'm on Instagram.
As I go with like an Arnold impersonation.
Yeah, this is not being drunk. This is being exhausted.
He's just exhausted. Yeah, it's not the liquor, folks. It's just the exhaustion.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Yeah, me too. All right, McNew, how about you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew, ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. All of our contents is out there. Also, come by and see us. You never know what's going on. We got a lot of cool things happening at the ABV Barrel Shop. We do list a lot of that stuff over at abvbarrelshop.com, so check out that website. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.